Hi everybody. I today wanted to talk to you about blockbuster working or a blockbuster ritual. See, there are a lot of people who do this a lot of different ways, but today I wanted to talk to you about the way I do it, and I wanted to talk to you about some blockbuster recipe for a powder. Okay. So you have to understand that you can't just get up one day and do a blockbuster spell. You know what I mean? It has to be a series. The series that I follow is that I do first an uncrossing work. I mean, and then a road opener work, and then finally, in the end, I do a blockbuster work. So you have to understand that um, that's the series that I follow. um, why do I do it? uh, well, it's just my belief and my understanding that you have to do some sort of an uncrossing first, so you have to get rid of the entities and the energies that don't serve you first, and then you have to do a road opener. Only then the road opener will be effective, and then finally you do a blockbuster, so that it just sort of works like a dynamite, and blasts away any hindrances that you might have. So when a client comes to me and I do a working for my client, this is the sequence that I follow. So if the client is coming to me for a road opener, I would actually first do one ritual for him for uncrossing, and then I'll do a road opener ritual for him or her, and then in the end I will do a blockbuster ritual. So whenever my client comes to me, I tell them that even if you're paying me for one ritual, you do have to understand that there are two boosters attached to it, and that's how I work. Now I wanted to share the herbs that I use for my blockbuster powder. It's very simple. All you have to do is get the dried herbs. If you don't have the dried herbs, you can use the oil instead, but try and get the dried herbs. Everything is available on Amazon. You can just order it from there. Get the dried herbs. Bless them, sage them in whatever way, just purify them, pray over them, whatever your way is, and then grind them into a powder. Mix everything together, and then your blockbuster powder is ready. In hoodoo work, you have to understand that powders play a very very important part traditionally, and they work just wonderfully, in the hoodoo work. So the first herb that I want to talk to you about is ginger root. Okay. जिंजर रूट पाउडर या अदरक का पाउडर जिसे हम बोलते हैं, it works wonders in blowing things up. Okay, out of so if you want to just blast something, if you want to blow something up, I think ginger is your go-to herb, and it works wonderfully in a blockbuster powder. Then for success, I would like to put some dried bay leaves. If you don't get bay leaves, then tej patta from your kitchen is the best thing. Dried tej patta ले लीजिए, ginger root powder ले लीजिए, grind करिए, powder बनाइए. Cayenne pepper is another thing for the blockages and breakage and stuff like that. Cayenne pepper is something that I would want to put into it. It's really really hot. It's not very expensive. It is easily available on internet or any shops. The grocery shops that you go to, it's easily available, and you can get it from there. It's quite inexpensive. It's not very expensive. Another thing that I would want to put into it is lemongrass. Lemongrass I want to put in for cleansing. I've made notes for you today. Lemongrass I would want to put for cleansing. Lemongrass is excellent herb for cleansing work. I would also want to put some peppermint leaf and peppermint oil. It's very difficult to get peppermint leaves here in India, but you can get it. You can try Amazon, or you can use peppermint oil. I honestly speaking haven't really tried working with peppermint leaves. I have used all the herbs and I've ground them into a fine powder, and then I would just anoint my candle with peppermint oil. That's what I've done. So if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that as well. Sage is something that I would want to use. Sage is for cleansing and protection, so it's a very very good herb for cleansing and protection. So I would recommend that you use sage. It's excellent. Another thing is, for grounding work and for speeding the work up, I would recommend coffee, and I would recommend coffee with chicory. If you go to Amazon and you type coffee with chicory, Nescafe has amazing blends. I think Nescafe Sunshine, the blend has chicory in it. Chicory and coffee, the coffee with chicory will give your work speed and grounding. Just because the herb is very grounded to the earth, it will give you ground. So what are we trying to do in a road opener spell or a blockbuster spell is that we are trying. So if this is the candle, then we're trying to connect it to the god or the goddess of the universe from above, and from below we are trying to connect it to the earth, so that it grounds and holds grounds, and all the blessings come and stays in the client's life, or in your life, in or anybody that you're doing it for, in my life, and it stays there and it manifests there. That is the end result that we desire from this work. And finally, in the end, this is optional if you have it, because it's not easily available. If you have it, you can go ahead and use it. It's Solomon seal. Okay, now there are two ways of using this herb. Either you can put this into the powder and mix it, ground it, and mix it into the powder, or you can just lay it around your candle work. Okay, for a blockbuster work, I would recommend, ideally speaking, you can do this. I've seen a couple of people do it with single candle, but I would prefer doing it with 3 candles. So the color combination for the candle that I would recommend is white, orange, and blue, in that particular sequence. If you're using one particular candle, then you should have white at the bottom, in the middle you should have orange, and then blue. That's how a blockbuster candle should be. If you don't have that and you have single color candles, you can go ahead and do that. Well, I've always said that these are only tools, and not necessary or mandatory in any fashion. If you don't have any of these candles, you can go ahead and use just one white plain candle and then put your intentions on it. I work with a lot of psalms in my hoodoo, so I would put relevant psalms into it, and pray over it and baptize it, and cleanse it and clean it, and then go ahead and do my work. So this is my recipe for the blockbuster powder, and just certain things that I do with my blockbuster, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I encourage you to go ahead and do that. Sometimes कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि आपने कोई spell किया और it doesn't really manifests the way you want to manifest it. So my recommendation is that you wait for a couple of days, and then when everything is okay, you go ahead and do a blockbuster on it. So it will speed things up. It will एक हैंड ग्रेनेड होता है ना, ये एक हैंड ग्रेनेड की तरह है ब्लॉकबस्टर स्पेल. सो आपने स्पेल किया हुआ है, रिचुअल किया हुआ है, और आप वेट कर रहे हो रिजल्ट का कि यूनिवर्स अपनी दया दिखाएगा आपके ऊपर, और उसमें डिले हो रही है. आप उठाइए ब्लॉकबस्टर का ग्रेनेड और उठा करके उसके ऊपर फेंक दीजिए, तो वो ब्लास्ट हो जाएगा, एंड इमीडिएटली इट विल स्टार्ट मैनिफेस्टिंग. सो दिस इज व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, एंड द फैन इज ऑफ, सो दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई आई एम sweating so much. But yeah, anyway, we come to the end of this video, and this is what I wanted to share with you guys today. The blockbuster powder and the ritual. So I encourage you to go ahead and do it, and do comment and let me know whether you like it or not, whether things did move along or not. कोई भी कोई spell work या ritual आपका अटका हुआ है, नहीं हो रहा है, आपने बहुत कोशिश कर रही है, तो एक blockbusters करके देखिए और results मुझे comment करके ज़रूर बताइएगा. मेरे वीडियो को like करिए, subscribe करिए, and just show some love. Thank you so much. Take care and God bless you.